forum. If you have questions, you could ask now. You could unmute yourself and ask question. Henry is going to answer now. Thank you.
Hi, Henry.
Hello.
I have trouble when I'm trying to erase something. What is your advice? I did the cherry blossoms over again, and I tried to erase in the corner, and
Are you Rhonda?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can spotlight you. Yongle, can you spotlight Rhonda?
I think I did.
Oh, I'm in
This
the
spotlight.
gallery view. Sorry. Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay. Erase what? Erase something, some error.
Yeah, to erase. First of all, how is this composition
Yes.
of?
You don't need to erase anything. It looks great. Just
Oh,
have to.
Let me just mute this.
Yeah. You cannot
Just-
remove anything, unfortunately, on the rice paper. You can
Hello?
cover it up with others.
Just give me 1 second. I want to mute the program that's on.
Okay.
Whoop.
Let's.
Yeah, you can basically cover it up with some turn it into something else. There is no option to erase on Chinese painting. You have to commit every stroke. Yeah, if you try to erase or change it, it will show. It's not like watercolors may be similar, but this is even more unforgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. So this came out pretty well.
Yeah, it is very well. Just put more pink. Yeah.
More pink.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
this is
Thank you.
Kathleen. I'd like
Thank you.
to ask
You're
a
welcome.
question.
Uh-huh.
This is Kathleen.
Catherine.
So, my splattering of the cherry blossoms did not turn out very well. Was I supposed to wet wash the paper a little bit, very lightly, before I did
I
the
don't
cherry
think,
blossoms?
I don't see any problem at all. Yeah, just think abstractively. Don't depict anything. Just balance the composition with blocks of different shapes. Like so are you talking about this dripping kind of? These are nice. They're like falling flowers to me. It has a
Okay,
sensation. Yeah.
I didn't think that they turned out very well.
I think everything turned out well for me. You have to accept the aesthetic of this kind of painting. It's all semi-abstract, maybe you call it. Yeah, just
Okay.
just put more this kind of happy mistakes, and people will appreciate. Just on the left side or your right side, the front tree could be more colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put a deer instead of.
Sure. Yeah, I
about-
did the deer in the other class on Thursday. Did you have chance to watch? You can go to my channel.
Oh no, I didn't watch on
Yeah,
Thursday.
I can show you. The deers on the ground. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Uh-huh. See?
This is another picture I did, and this is the tree that's in my front yard, but it's not blooming yet.
Oh.
But this is what
Yeah,
my
that's good.
cherry
It's
tree
good
looks
time
like
to study the
in my
bare
front
trees.
yard.
Yeah, that's very good. You can use the technique I taught on last Thursday with the resist. We use the milk, like a soy milk or natural milk, as a resist. This one I use the alum as a resist.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh.
you can try that. You can use white with diluted with water, 50-50 probably, and then you splatter the white paper before you paint. It has to be absorbent paper, unsized paper. Then after it dries, you wash the whole background with color. It will show like this.
Oh, thank you. I'll look at that for last Thursday.
Check the YouTube channel. Just search Henry Lee on YouTube, and you'll see the recording of the last Thursday's class. By the way, the Thursday class has paused because I want to concentrate on this one. So there's no duplicate. Okay.
Henry?
Yes.
You said you used alum?
Yeah, the
ALUM?
alum. Actually, it comes. You can make it yourself with alum. It's full solution. It has to be very thick, or you can add a little gelatin as well. We have a product called the transparent white ink. It's primarily alum, I think, but it's we don't know anything about the ingredients. This one was done by this ready-made transparent white ink. Yeah, I just splattered with and
when you said alum, I was thinking of the spice, and so I thought, well, salts and alum.
ALUM,
Right.
alum. Yeah, it's a spice. Maybe it's a food. You can find
It's an additive.
in Asian
Use it in
grocery.
canning.
Yeah, it's used to clean water in third world countries. When I was young, we used well water in summer. We use alum to cleanse the water, right? Yeah. So that's
interesting.
alum is like a rock. It's a crystal kind of.
Right.
Yeah. We sell alum powder at Blue Heron Arts for painting purpose. Yeah, it's a size. When we talk about sized painting, which means it's treated already with the alum and the gelatin solution. In the paper industry, they call that as size, SIZE. It's not the measurement. It's a water resist or waterproof treatment. All the watercolor paper are treated with size. It's sized paper. Yeah. Okay, so we have 1 minute. Officially, I already started recording on YouTube for just for those who come late. So
I have one question, Henry, if I may.
Sure.
On the piece that we did last week, where would be a good place if one wanted to put a chop on the picture?
Anywhere
It
you
seems
think
like
is a
it's-
good part of the composition. It could be on a corner or on upper.
I'm almost thinking there rather than up in the sky. but-
Yeah, it should be under more close to the tree, not in the open area to block the qi. Not on the
Okay.
corner. Yeah, just under the little tree there. That's where I
Over
signed.
here?
I think. Let me show you where I did. I think I did something here on this on top of that. You can also do it, under here. So I was debating on this one to put it there or here. I think, or if you extend, if you write a long one, it could be the whole side of this. If you just put signature, it could be under this tree. Yeah. So this.
Okay, thank you.
This is where I put.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we're going to talk about new subject matters today. Okay, gallery view, speaker view, remove. Let me remove this spotlight. Oh, can Yongle help remove? Okay, now focusing on mine, right? Okay. So, we have done another version of this. I want to show you maybe before we start. Before I forgot, in the newsletter, thank Yongre for writing so informative follow up on the last class and introduction of my hometown Nanjing. This is the request made by one of the participants in the class. from Mexico, Memory from Mexico. And Yongle did a very inspiring piece of Mexico City with the Statue of Liberty. I don't know, I have never been there. So I just did this tree with my own poem describing the seasonal blossoms in different places. Anyway, so you could use different color, like this is a purple, bluish purple jacarandas. If you have this in your hometown or in your living place now, you can just paint them. And by the way, the technique I used. It's on semi-sized paper, and I spread a little milk, and then painted.
Wait.
Yeah, I painted with
You have
color.
to wait for the dry then.
Right, you have to wait it
right?
completely dry, and then I put a color wash. And finally, the wet into it into damp with the branches. The branches was done afterwards. So let me just show you this.
Did you use the whole milk?
Yeah, I used the no.
Whole milk,
I used the
no?
0% fat. I usually
Really?
don't drink that, but I just tried. That's the most
I tried 1%. It didn't
I think
show.
2% works better, but you can see. So I want to show you this quickly. The tree we introduced is like the number 8, but you want to make it more like a tree, So this is considered the sequence is like number 8, right? We have not a hard cross, a soft cross. So then you can make more kind of this kind of and this is what we call the principle the principle of design or painting. You also have to follow the growth, the law of nature of the tree. So the tree has this gesture to expose to the sunshine, right? So it has this crown. So you cannot just do a closed, like upside down tree, right? So this top has to extend. So you have to follow both principles of nature and principles of pictorial, what they call the fine art or design. Design principles has to do with a lot of things like dance and the spars to avoid parallels, to break the symmetric shape, or using something more like Z or S or something. There are many guiding lines. Like the composition could be very like a letter design, right? So it could be a C or Z or just usually we have diagonals. Yeah. So if we let me just use some leftover here. So I use cyan or I think it's a cyan, cello blue. You usually wet it to dry, but let me just show you how the natural milk works. See?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I just wait it naturally dry. When I iron it and it turns brown in the other class, so that's why I prepare it before the class this time. So you just do that, and then you can add. You can leave, some white for other colors like a pink to make lavenders, right? So the tree has a large crown, just to emphasize on that, right? And you can exhaust the brush to get all the variations of dry and wet. So we paint the flow of the qi, the energy. Right. Okay, now you can use another color. Let's say we have. I just cleaned up my palette, by the way. Oops, I don't have any. Okay, got some rouge. I think that's probably would do. I was looking for carmine, but maybe that's okay. So I put a little pink on those white spots. So I blend the purple on the paper. That's the best way to get purple, because purple has no perfect purple or lavender or what do you call the violet, right? Violet. It's a mixture or combination of some red, some blue, right? So you can use dry brush, just and then you add water. You can. But when the paper gets fuzzy, gets more like a ball pop up, you stop. You don't want to tear it. So that's why I use a soft brush. And use the movement. We call it dabbing, right? Or in French, they use the term pressing. I don't know how to say it in French. Dabbing, or pressing, or printing, maybe stamping. So we don't really no rubbing, to avoid destroy the surface. Okay, so that's how we use the resist. It's a non-fat milk. Yeah, non-fat even works. So other milk should also work. So I just leave that the white. You can put some green, some yellow if you want to create some sunshine on the light part. Okay. Yellow, blue, and red makes perfect painting. But in this case, just a little bit. Just warm the white a little bit so it doesn't look like snow.
Was it supposed to be snow? I thought it was snow.
Yeah, because it's so white. White makes you feel cold. So I put a little yellow to warm it up.
Does it stain on
the white on the
white
milk? Maybe not, but that's all. Just a hint of it. People will. Yeah, I think it will cover. It's not completely, but it will change the temperature. It will warm the temperature up a little bit. Yeah. So.
Henry,
yeah.
Thank you. We have a few questions.
Sure.
Question number 1 is that do you wait till the milk to dry?
Yes, completely dry. Completely dry.
Can you use hair dryer to dry it?
You can use hair dryer. I use the iron, but it makes it brown sometimes, especially with the soy milk I did. But also I use the alum at the same time. The alum may act as something like a tofu, so it makes the protein brown. So
did you mix the alum with the milk?
That's a lesson I learned. Do not do that. I did, but I made it tint brown. So that's not a good idea. I tried. but it's not working together. You have to use just one options, not all the resist. You use almond or milk, or just white, just white gouache diluted with water. Yeah, so you can splatter. Not you can use a pure one. You can dot one by one. That's the technique I showed you. On my bridge, the Yangtze River Bridge. There's a like a plum blossom hill on the bottom. So I did that. All right. So that's my how did I do the jacaranda blossoms? Okay.
Beautiful. There's another question, Henry.
Okay.
What was the brush that you used just now? The very fat one was very short.
Yeah, well, I have this, and also this one. We have a few options. I designed this for people with arthritis hand, also, wrist problems, so they don't have to use. It's easier on the hand. So it's a short-handled wrist brush. I call it wrist brush. It comes with a combination of hawk and goat, and wolf, or I don't know what the brown ones, the weasel maybe, or horse. Anyway, we call it wolf and the sheep or goat, and this one's just a wolf. Stiff, it has different handle. So this number 1, number 2, and then number 3 wrist brushes, Blue Heron Arts wrist brushes. This is my own design. Okay.
Another question, Henry.
Yeah.
Can you use evaporated milk?
That's
very
I
very
don't know.
concentrated.
Like from powder.
Evaporated milk, I think it's like a condensed milk, like when you drink Vietnamese coffee.
Oh, that's too much. Too
much, right?
Yeah, too much cream or too much whatever. I think it's too thick. That's too thick.
If it's a powder, it probably is okay if you mix
you can
a little
try
bit.
anything. I think we don't like sugar basically, and some other than the milk itself. I think.
So sugar is because we don't want to attract insects that will come and destroy the paper later.
That's what I think. Yeah, we don't want to. We don't. Yeah, just the plain milk should work. You can just use white, but the milk is softer. It's more looking a little more natural. I think. Just try it out. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions on the splatter technique? No? Okay. Let me move this away so we can make room for.
There's another question, Henry. Okay. Do you saturate the paper?
Saturate.
What? Soaking through.
Oh, this is semi-sized. It's completely wet. Yeah. This is the back side. Does that make sense? Okay. This is the back side. You can wash it on the back side. So the white shows more, understand? So you can wash on the back side instead of on the front. If you want more white, if you glaze it on the front, the white will be more subtle. I did it on the front, but you can do both. You can put some color on the back. Like a very intense rouge, or just to make it more thick, we call it rich, maybe. Yeah, you can combine the opposite this way too. Yeah.
Thank you. And then all sorts of milk work, whether it's rice,
I believe so.
almond,
Oh,
as
that's a
long
good
as they are
question.
milk.
Someone in my class used rice milk or porridge. I think you can even use paste. I think milk like
Rice porridge,
rice porridge.
sticky, as long as it's sticky to form a
Yeah, just
protective layer.
I think I only consider things like the what is good for the life of the painting, something. But traditionally they use soy milk because it has protein. I think it's more protein is not just starch basically. Yeah. The reason we use milk is it has protein, which is a little semi resist to water, right? But starch may also have some kind of blocking effect. Yeah, you can use glue. We have peach sap glue, but it doesn't really. Yeah, it just have different texture. You have to try. I think glue is not very good because it doesn't produce this kind of powdery feel. Yeah, it's more transparent, transparent kind of blood. Yeah, it just
Thank you, Henry.
sometimes shiny. Yeah.
Another question.
Sure.
Do you dab the milk or you splash the milk or both
I
ways?
use the
Either
same
way.
technique I did, with the
Splash.
with this brush. I think last time we talked about the best brush. I think this one, the bristle brush, barbecue brush, or paint brush, with not much, not the thicker one, just a very thin bristle brush, because this doesn't hold water, and you just knock like that, just like this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. This is incredible demonstration, and I'm sure there will be many, many questions on this. I think we could devote some other time to answering the other questions. Henry is going to focus on teaching us on bamboos and panda today.
Okay.
Thank you, Henry.
You can unmute, mute everybody, so we'll start to lecturing. Okay, I got lots of questions on the chat. Maybe you can keep
We will all answer. They will all
we will
answer.
do that later. All right. So today we're going to record some memories of the 80s from this book I bought in the 85, before I come to the States in 87. I brought it. It's called Giant Panda. It's in English, but I think it's not easy to find. It's called China Pictorial Publishing House. And on the first page, you see this artist named Wu Zuoren. Wu Zuoren, Wuzouren. I put this name already in the handout. And he was the first artist master to paint this incredible living fossil, a creature of nature. Panda is a very unique animal in the sense that not just the look with this black and white marking. They live almost entirely on two resources: the clean water and bamboo grove. They eat up to 30 kilos per day. All day long they would eat as long as they're awake. because bamboo doesn't provide much nutrition, so they have to eat a lot. They used to be cannibal, but they turned vegetarian because the environmental change. They had to adapt, and because they are a slow walker, like a roaming animal, not a fast runner like a cat. Yeah, in Chinese we call panda bear cat. I don't know why they call it cat. They don't eat meat, but they do occasionally play with bamboo rat. When they catch one, they will they would play like a cat before they eat the small rat. Also, panda is a good climber. When they're under attack, alert. When they see people, they will climb on trees. So that's the best escape way. They survived. If they are a good climber, and they eat specific bamboo, kind of like small. They also eat other like a sugar cane, and some other. Yeah. So this is how they climb. When they saw the photographer, the reaction to the people, and you can see the mark on the back side. We talked about the number, the figure 8, and you can see 8 there, right? And I would also do the panda in number 6 or number 9 in reverse. So think about 8, 6, and then 9. When you see the pandas, start to think about the stroke order. You start from the jar, the inner jar, and then the outer contour on the other side of the face, and then the neck, and it goes all the way down to the hip. So that's number 9. What's that number? It's probably 8. And you can see the sideway. Number 6. Figure number 6. They come to search for food in the winter. They don't hibernate in winter. They don't store any food, so they had to keep seeking for food in the winter. Sometimes they come to villages, and the villagers would welcome them with a treat. So there's another artist who did this, but you can compare. It's not as good as the first one, but he's also a very famous artist, Liu Haisu. Anyway, they're very good, most popular in the zoo. So my memory with panda was in Nanjing, Quanwuhu. It's a lake in the center of the city, and there's a zoo. Now they abandoned. They moved to a more natural environment. No more zoo there. But that's my favorite place there's a beautiful Chinese style mansion for panda, I think. Yeah, you can see this panda is the first artificial inseminated baby in 1978, and they eat apples too. This baby and the mother, and that's grown up of the baby. There's a name. They always have a name in the zoo. Jing Jing or something. Yuan Jing. Yeah, that's a beautiful pose there. And think about this. Okay, the head and the body proportion is very important. let me dress it up to illustrate. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I wear a black. That's like black bear. Now I'm turning myself into a panda by wearing this t-shirt. So, yeah, the chest is white, right? And supposedly the back is also white. Only the arm is black. All right. And here's my. Okay, let me show you. Muzzle. Sunglasses. Wearing it like a reading glass, low. So forehead like big, right? Am I looking like a panda now?
Yes, sort of.
Okay, got you. So you can start drawing me. I'm modeling for you. Okay, just remember the proportion. The eye, the sunglasses like this. Okay, don't do it like that. Or too small like that. It's right above the nose, below my eyes. Just like you read the old people using reading glass, and then you look up without the glass. The reading glass is on the lower of the nose, something like this. Okay. And these two are very nice, like the cup and the mother. Right, very small. The cup, the newborn baby is as big as a rat. It's 1,000th of the weight of the mother. The mother weight about 180 pounds. The male maybe 200. Oh, it's so cute, right? Look at these pictures. I think this is the first zoo born, the baby born in the zoo in 1960, something like 62 or something. Anyway, so this very popular, and they also used to be the best gift China could give to other places, like they use this what we call the panda diplomacy. they when they have re-established a relationship with the U.S., they send in the 73 or something. They send a pair of panda to Washington, right? And you can see some other cities. Mexico, I think this is Mexico, and Germany, Japan, and China, Beijing. So panda is a symbol of peace, a gentleman, a clumsy, gentle animal. They don't eat anything but bamboo. And they drink a lot of clean water. That's where they rely on. Okay, I'm going to also wear this this hat I just painted. See, this is I used the acrylic to paint this logo kind of. Okay. Now let's paint. The paper we're going to use is unsized paper or semi-sized paper. Okay, You can practice with this Japanese rice paper we used the last time.
For those who receive the supply from library, this is the brightest, thinnest white paper.
Yeah,
This-
that's 9 by 13, something like that.
Yeah, about 9.5 by 13 inches in
Yeah.
size.
Right.
The other one, more beige one, is thicker.
This is creamy,
one is
creamy,
the
yeah.
semi-sized
That's
champagne.
a semi-sized paper. You can also use the mulberry if you like. Mulberry has a rougher texture. It's good for furry animal. Yeah, we try to create the furry look. That's why we use absorbent paper. So I'm going to draw something. I talked about the proportion first. So you can use computer paper to practice a little bit. So let me show some masterpieces we can copy. This tool is not complete. I captured on the video. If you have time to review the link I sent with the handout last night, you see the process of this master. And this from another artist, Liu Jiyu. Liu Jiyu is a Tianjin artist. He's a second generation artist. His father, Liu Kuilin, is very famous in animal painting, and his children also very good at animal paintings. And this is the book from the page I showed you earlier from that book. He's also, Wu Zuoren is also a painter of goldfish. I was thinking to do this next week maybe, because the village, Water Village, we already did last last week. So if we want, we can do that. This is my pen that I designed for this class. So I show you how to do this, right? So first of all, you can use a stiff brush. You can use a small brush if you like, using a little ink with a lot of water. Or you can just, it won't take that much. Just a light ink, okay. Very pale ink. It's probably 2%. You can add a little blue maybe to tone it, but it doesn't matter. I have some left over from the last class, so it's not necessary. So in the composition, let me show you the larger picture first. So you can see there's a diagonal bamboo. We'll talk about bamboo in the later class. Don't worry about that for now. Just think about the size of the two pandas. You can do the front one first. Just think about number 8 and number 6 or number 9 on this left side. So I will show you how to do that. Okay. Let me turn this off. So you can use a fingernail, just draw a rough, like a little rectangular, or you can divide that rectangular into 2 boxes. I'm not going to draw with ink, otherwise I cannot erase it. Like someone asked earlier in the class, how can I erase? I don't like to use a pencil. I just paint. Okay. So in my mind, I divide that rectangular shape into maybe 1/3 for the head and 2/3 for the body. Okay, and then you start from the jaw. The neck is higher, so we start from the middle of this and draw a big ball, very large, round. You don't have to do it in one stroke. You can chop the square into this shape. And then if you could, just continue, because when you continue to draw like this, you got a natural gradation, also a change from wet to light, something like that. If you started a little close to the top, it's okay. But if you leave a gap, it will be the best. It could be, a little closer or a little wider, doesn't matter. But as long as you have a shape, here it's about 1/3, a little larger than 1/3. Especially with a baby panda, the head is bigger. So maybe 1 to 1.5 head. That's about it. Okay, but this two maybe half grown, like a teenager or something. Okay, and you can draw another one if you want to just use like a procedural method. You just do everything with the same process. So you can draw another upside down. If you look at this is a number 6, right? This way. Okay, now I'm going to draw a number 9. That's the other one. So you can put the head a little higher. You don't have to follow exactly what I'm going to change a little bit, but you can just copy mine if you want. So I want to raise that head a little bit this time. Just give him a little space between the first one, and so give him a little room for the arm maybe. So I'm going to draw this a side view, kind of. I don't have to worry, just write the letter in one stroke. It doesn't look like a panda, huh? The other way you look at it is I use my finger to form this kind of shape. See, this shape is like, look at the hole. It's like this, right? It's like that. Then you make a square, little rounded shape for the head, and just connect that. You see that shape, and then you can make another one using this hand, and look at this abstract shape, right? Then I use a soft brush. You can use the big one, like the one I bind it with the rope. If you paint in large size, you can release that string. If you paint larger size, you don't need to do that. I just use this brush. It's a basic soft brush. So I start with the ears. The ear, there's 2 ears. You usually do the front one larger, and you have to draw a little circle, kind of try to hide. You know how to do the letter O, right? Just put the tip in the middle, kind of press, try to hide it. And this one a little smaller. You can draw like a. Don't have to be perfect round, yeah. But don't try to depict, just little by little. Just do it in one calligraphic stroke. That's above the forehead. It's larger than the eye. Okay, the panda's ear is like a cat, but not pointed, rounded. Big eyes, and then we draw this mask. We don't paint the pupil. Don't worry, because on this small scale, you don't really need to. So on this, you can also do it in 2 sides to indicate a little perspective, right? And you can dot the nose a little outside, just suggestively. And then this one, I draw this in the front. And then this is back, because it's side view. Just let's see the and then the nose, and then this one is a teardrop shape, right? Teardrop shape. Okay. Now I'm going to do the arm. The forearm is very thick, but strong, I would say. But it doesn't come from the this height, it's like a shoulder here, shoulder level. It's about the jaw level. So you can draw the elbow like that. And then you do the paw or hand, whatever you call it. But it's something, very suggestive. You cannot really tell exactly. I use the heel of the brush to get the. You have to use the whole brush. So because my brush is a little lighter, so you can use the heel of the brush to do the upper half of the. This is on the body, the back, and then the arm is dark. So it's not a single curve. You want to make a, think about the bone inside. So there's a elbow here, a hard angular elbow, and then the paw is not attacking, but they have like a cat, very sharp nail, long nail, just indicate a little bit, not have to do 5 or 4 or something like that. So that's about it. And you can make it a little smearing with you can use water with a separate load. But so far I didn't reload. I just use this dark brush. I use the small one for the light. So this one you can just indicate the other paw like that. Okay, and this ear kind of merged with the shape merged with the arm of that one. It's okay. Don't worry. And the other paw, just a little hint, I think. And don't emphasize on the rear legs or feet. You just want to suggest, this is lighter too. So I add water, just suggest a little bit. You don't have to do this one, but if you want, just suggest a little bit. It's under the body maybe. But we don't have any tail like a raccoon or other fox kind of. You can suggest the other side of the shoulder. So this is basically, you can vary the shape later more accurately, but for this small size, I think it's good enough. And you can draw the open mouth in they're eating or something, but that's if you do large, you have to add these details. For this is kind of small paintings, don't have to. So this is a little bit sticking out those like a muzzle, from the side view you can see a little, but not too long. If it's too long, it would look like a bear, not a panda. Okay. You can use water to make it smear to create a more furry effect, just to guide the, drive out the ink a little bit with clean water, because so smearing is good, right? You can make it softer, but you don't want to smear on the eyes. You don't want to put any water on that. You can smear the bottom of the nose, but sometimes we'll put the light first, and then it will create that kind of soft softness. Okay. Should I do all the pandas? Then we talk about bamboo. So my composition is this is not in the middle. It's on this half, and the other half will be bamboo. It could be a little more than half. It's like 2/3 of the composition up to here. Let me just finish this painting, I think. Okay, to paint the bamboo, it takes lifetime practice. Bamboo is very has classical. It has a long history. to paint ink bamboo, it started from the Sudongpo, a literati artist who is trained in classics, and usually they become Confucius scholar official class. They serve in the government as officials, and they also paint as a hobby. So they use the same tool to paint 4 gentlemen: bamboo, orchid, chrysanthemum, and plum. Plum is like cherry we did last time. Because each of these plants they choose not only has different techniques, as for calligraphic painting. Also, they have characteristics like bamboo has this straight, non-bending stem. It has the voice of 2 sounds. 虚心 excuse me. One voice, 2 sounds, or double meaning. 虚心 literally means hollow heart or hollow inside, referring to the hollow bamboo stalk. But it also, the same word means humble. Humble is a gentleman's virtue, right? Virtue of the gentleman. And also straightforwardness or straight is incorrupt in the bureaucracy. So they have principles. They have this kind of Confucius principles. The honest. So 正直虚心, or so this indicated in the painting. You have to paint the bamboo with this kind of straight, and then 有节. 节 is another word symbolize joints. It sounds like a principle. 节. So you start from outside the frame. You can also do it, from the bottom of the bamboo. That would be something like this, like that. Very very short, and then could become longer and longer. You see how I do this? It's like a nail head stroke on both ends, so you have a pulse on the joints, at the joints. I vary the thickness a little bit and the distance. See, I use only light ink for bamboo or the background in order to avoid compete with the dark on the panda. So these are all light, but I can use a little bit dark to dot the joints, the 结. This is like a how do you say, just two dots. It goes like let me use a larger paper to show you. That's a hard point I want to illustrate a little bit. So the bamboo stalk, you can go do it from top down if you want, or from bottom up. See, I almost made a mistake. To avoid parallel joints, you need to vary that. So you start from a little different place to avoid that. And then you use a smaller brush maybe to draw. Let me just write this first in large. Either this or sometimes like that. So you curve a little bit, or up or down. You keep the same curve. If you want to do all the something like that, you can also just do a short dash, or you can avoid the dash. Just the two dots. On these smaller ones, I don't do the horizontal. I don't. Sometimes people tend to do the joints too narrow. So like this, it's inside. It should be a little broader than the sticking out than the branch size, right? So if the branch is, let me do a thicker one. The branch like that, and then your joint is like this, like that. So just something like that. It's like writing, not to repeat, not to. Students tend to do just like without any lifting, pressing. So you want to do a dot, two dots, and then something connected them in between. So something like that. Okay. And on the trunk, you can just do you can even indicate some root kind of old trunk. It's under the joint, but it's kind of too much detail, so you can omit that. Don't have to do every one of. That's the point. You don't want to put detail on all the trunks there. Okay, now I'm using the stiff hair brush again, using a little medium grade. Maybe you can use a little mineral color, like a mineral green, which is number 593. 593. It's an opaque green to blend with a little ink. That would make it a nice blue. Green gray. Just a little hint. That will help, So I just draw this leaf because this is in front of the. We use a little bit perspective, Western perspective. So in the first, I don't draw the leaves. I probably would draw a draft with this small brush, and you can draw another branch that cross this one. And then all the way, I kind of overlap. Logically, it may just end here, but I want to the cheek follows all the way to the, just like the panda grab this little thin branch, or like a curve arc to that far, and then you can add some branches also come out from the joint, right? The joint here, you can have one pointing to the bamboo for this baby, and to balance that, you can paint both sides, but not symmetrical. So one side is longer, alternate the length This could overlap a little bit. With this, I just kind of draft. This will be covered, I know, with the leaves later. So I just kind of paint this little twigs just to plan the leaves before I commit. So if I like it, I'll overlap some of the make some of the leaves in some of these sticks in or twigs into leaves, right? So now I'm going to do that. I try to avoid dark, so I leave dark focus for the panda. So I just use light. Besides, the bamboo is very yellow, kind of light. Let me show you bamboo. Yeah, see these are the real bamboo. Okay. Just see, I'm looking at the three. There's someone I cannot point to. Let me see where I can see it in the. Oh, here. See that perfect. That's the perfect group we're looking for. In the pattern we're looking for is a 3 plus 1. I mean 2 plus 1. That's the one I'm going to do if I could trace that. I wish. It's like a silhouette of a bamboo cast shadow on the window, because this kind of paper was used like a window covering, and in the moonlight you can see the cast shadow on the window. That was the inspiration, I think, in the story, where why they painted the ink bamboo. And the artist who invented this, Sudongpo, also uses cinnabar. It's like red to do bamboo leaves. And people his friend asked him why he painted bamboo in red. He said, "What else? What other you would use than red?" He said, "Ink." Because literary scholars use the same tool of writing to do bamboo. They don't use color. They just clean up the brush after writing, using they use ink, leftover ink. Like I have the ink left over from Victoria's calligraphy class yesterday. So I just clean up with this painting, right? So Sudongpo, the poet, said, "Do you ever see a black bamboo, ink bamboo? So why not we do it in red?" Of course, you guys may think, why we paint bamboo with green? We got green here. There's another artistic or aesthetic in this kind of painting here. If you use too much color, it's it's more like a vulgar, what do you call, too common, not a scholar kind of different kind of painting. We try to show the it's like this kind of painting is like a voice of a singer or opera. You develop this kind of line quality, just like a singer to practice operas. So we appreciate what we call the strokes, the quality of the strokes, line quality of strokes. So I try to just consider the completion of the qi without with absence of stroke. That's the idea. We don't have to. We also suggest something outside the frame, like coming out from the picture. And we can add a little accent here, as I did. Normally we don't we keep the same direction, like a downward mostly. You can occasionally have little small strokes going up, but it's another. I think it's what we call the unity in variety in unity. Maybe unless we do some windy bamboo or new bamboo shoot, we keep all the leaf groups downward, just to make it more patternized. It is in between realism and a pattern design, and I think decorative. So it's more decorative if you keep one uniform direction, like downward, instead of going all directions. So you need to avoid what we call the explosion. It's explosion leaf. So this is what I would caution you. So you have a group like this. So that's an explosion group. That's wrong. You should keep all the leaves in one direction, and you can overlap groups of 3 or 4 or 5, and you can add this after the 3. So basically it's a 3 strokes, 1, 2, 3. See how I do it? I hide the tip at the beginning, and then I lift the brush. So you go up a little bit before you go down to hide the tip, and then tack the tip, and then you can twist a little bit to the side, and then you can go up a little bit, go down. This too could be done in continuous way, and then the third one separate, and you can make a crossing, and then you can add a side view because bamboo is flat, right? In front view it look like this. You don't have to do all the leaves like filling this shape. That's rarely the case. In the perspective, it's more like this, maybe a little bit thinner than this. So you only need to do 1 or 2 in full front view, okay? And then try to connect the 3 with little branches, something like that. Okay. And you can then, if not enough, you can add more. You can add more branch, or that's why I start with a little branch. The branch has to be very loose, but not so how to say, drafty. It could be loose with a lot of space. It's like writing cursive style calligraphy or grass style calligraphy, just to be less restrictive, like the main stock. Okay, that's my demo of this handout. I changed a little bit on the corner just to give a little bit variation, and you can also put a little what we call the moss dots to suggest the ground. Oops, I got some stands here. Just cover it up. You can also do a bamboo shoot. Bamboo shoot is a food in Asian countries. Let me see if I have space for that. leaves. You don't have to do 4 leaves because it's just maybe some stick, something like that. And then the I think, let me just do it here. Try to find a space for that. So when you do the bamboo shoot, you do it from bottom up or top down. I think usually bottom up is good. You can see why. It's like the crown shape. One higher, one lower maybe, and then a little narrower, and then you can add a little dark to the tip. Every stroke, if it's large, you can add a little dark, so going a little darker and darker, and then you can draw some little leaves, kind of, or the wrap has this kind of parallel texture if you want to do that, like that. You can do a little short one, just starting to shoot out. Okay, you can do it from upside, from top down. You vary this length, maybe one short, one tall. That's like this big bamboo. They don't become wider. The thickness of the shoot determines the thickness of the stalk when they grow up. Okay, I got everything on this penny, I think. Then you can sign it on, I don't know if I can find a good spot. I use this. I entitled this Twin Babies or Twin Treasures because this is the national treasure. Baby treasure, the same word. 双宝. So maybe you can write here, maybe because this is dark and you want to put some dark on this side. So I can write that. And I use a different script for the title. It's a strong ball. Chinese seal script. That I use this only on the seal today. But you can write it still. The ancient script. Double or twin babies or treasures. And you have a larger copy. You can copy with the handout if you want. And this is a year for the ox. And let me just write my name in full. Okay, then this red stem. You can just avoid overlapping with the leaf. I just put it under it on the same alignment. So add a little red. You can put another mood seal or something if you want. Just leave a lot of space. That's good. And you can use it if you add more group. You can use a little darker or lighter, instead of the same. Sometimes. Okay. Any questions?
Henry?
Yeah.
There's a question. Is the seal to your name?
Yeah, I have the family name Li there. You can use because on the small seal it's only like a 3/8 of an inch. I use only single character, which is last name, and then I can assign just with my given name without the Li here. Actually, I did full name, but I usually just sign with Xiaohui, the Chinese given name, and then family name in the seal. Yeah.
Thank you. So a person who paints could potentially have many different types of seal.
Yeah, it's
size.
basically two types. One is name or studio name, that kind of seal. Another is what we call leisure seal or mood seal. It's anything you like. Let's see what the artist did. You can use any you can indicate, you can mark your life event or any ideas of let me see. Oh, on this painting, this seal here is on the corner. If you could see, it's a really small, tiny seal on the corner, right? It says treasure. Treasure. Oh, 真意, a rare treasure. Treasure. Yeah. A rare treasure. So that's it could be any a collector's seal also, because on the ancient painting, the collector, the emperor, put a lot of seals. They know the painting will last longer than their life, right? So they put a lot of seals on the painting, like 9 seals of Qianlong Emperor, very famous. He'll put the seal right on the top of a giant seal in the middle of the. It will destroy the composition basically. Yeah, but for us, we should be very considerable to the composition. You can put one corner seal, but not on both corners. We call that a balanced foot seal. You can put like a spring or something like that. Okay.
Henry,
Yes.
Chinese brush painting, they usually put the time and it should be the Chinese lunar calendar time.
Yeah, this is the lunar calendar, 辛丑. This year of metal. Oops! I put some more leaves there. My brush just dropped. Happy accident. You see that flying leaf? It's from the. I dropped the brush.
Henry, would you consider transforming that accidental leaf into something
No,
else?
I just leave it.
You would not want to make some rock or something else, or
it will
another
make
baby?
It will make it more messy. You can just you can add a little branch maybe just to make people. This kind of mark just add a divine touch to it. I won't change it. I think that one adds the ground. That's what needed.
Thank you.
Yeah, it already become a rock or some root. It's just like the bamboo. It could be a root. The exposed, we call it longen. It's a kind of a dragon whisker kind of root, right? The bamboo. We have bamboo in the backyard. It started with a penjing, a bonsai. My wife Victoria just freed it, and then after a few years, it grew everywhere in the garden. They just grow. They escape from the flower bed we had raised, and then it grows to the neighbors. Even it's very hard to contain. So the root is going everywhere. I think that just adds to it, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'm not bothered about this accident. But don't copy it. That's the thing. You have to you have to create. Yeah, you have to keep. Yeah, every stroke is like this. You know, you need to decide whether to cover it up or to keep or to change it. So it's like this. You have to keep it open. Keep your mind open. Yeah. Okay. So we have 15 minutes. Should I take some critiques and then I'll do some more
Okay.
demo if needed?
Okay, so everybody is able now to unmute
Oh, actually,
themselves.
we have half an hour. It's ends in 12 my time. So we have plenty of time. Let me just take a look and then we will do more demo.
Okay, so if anyone want to show your work, please
Okay.
raise it. I'm gonna randomly pick.
I picked one
people?
already. Yeah, you
You
picked
picked
the
one
next
already?
for me. So
Okay.
Chris, you're on candid camera. Okay, Chris.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, very good composition. I like that. You have a different composition than the handout. The panda, it looks, the bottom one looks almost perfect. The proportion
Oh,
and everything.
thank
yeah.
you.
The
Yang-Li?
top one, the back could
Yang-Li?
be, yes.
Yang-Li,
Yes.
I saw.
Okay, let me continue with finish this one. So this arm could be a little lower, so it leave a little more white shoulder or back on behind the. You don't have to.
This one?
Yeah, don't have to cut around the neck, the jar.
Okay.
You should
right,
be lower.
Right, I see
Yeah, look
that.
at look at the space
see
between
that.
the right. Yeah, that it doesn't look like like a
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
He has no shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah. So the
You know,
bamboo should be light stock,
Lighter.
dark leaves, but in this case it could be both light. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the stock.
You know, I want to say I have painted the leaf before, but I have never heard about hiding the tip, going up and then down.
Oh,
So
okay.
thank you for that.
Okay, yeah, you need to practice that.
Yes.
That's a difficult. You can go to YouTube. I have a book called the Easy and Clean Bamboo Manual from the ancient China. And I did a daily lesson many years ago. You can follow that. You can get that book, Easy and Clean Bamboo
Okay.
Guide. Yeah.
Thank you, Henry.
Okay. So let me
Next is the Catherine
Catherine.
Larkin.
Lower Kent. Okay. Catherine Larkin. Okay. Catherine. Yeah. Your bamboo is a little too big, or the panda could be a little bigger. The proportionally, yeah. So don't worry about the perspective, the foreshot and perspective. Try to keep the proportion a little closer to natural view. And yeah, the panda both are very nice. The first one in the front, almost like the Panda Express logo, the posture. Yeah, very nice, very good. Yeah, the angle could be a little different from the front view to the side view, maybe the second one. But it looks nice. It's like a baby standing on top of the mother panda. Yeah, looks very good. I like the story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next is
Yeah.
Federico.
Yang-Li,
Yes.
Federico.
I saw.
Federico. Okay. Oh, nice writings. You
I
did
did very little small
yeah.
the leaves of the bamboo.
Oh, yeah, I like the small leaves. I was going to say the leaf are the perfect. Just to start like that. I give you 5. Today's first 5. Just make the mask, the bottom panda a little darker. The mask, yeah. Okay. The arrangement of the leaves, the group is perfect. I don't think you are a new student, huh? Are you new? First.
I have a bit of practice before.
Yeah, you have lots of practice to do. Beautiful.
I
Your
see that
bamboo-
Federico knows how
Thank
to
you.
write Chinese character also.
Yeah.
He was typing in the chat with Chinese.
Let me see.
Very impressive.
Oh yeah, your characters looks perfect. I like the round seal script. Yeah.
Somebody was calling my name. Who is that?
Young it's me, Florence.
Florence. I have to find you. Are you raised? Let me see. Florence, did you?
Yolanda, I see.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Florence.
All right.
Florence.
Florence.
Okay, I see Florence now. Oh, Florence, you did perfect. You did very good. I can't say anything about the panda. Just the bamboo. Keep the leaves straighter so they don't look like either willow or peach. You understand the difference? Yeah. So because they are so straight, stiff. Yeah. So just keep it straight and point it. Don't curve like a willow or peach. That's the ancient saying. Yeah. Okay. Very very good. Very good.
Thank
panda.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Joanne Basanti.
Joanne Basanti. Okay. Beautiful ink and water. I said you are very good at controlling the smearing effect on the pandas. Beautiful. Yeah. The face of the second panda look a little bit like a yeah, just
Squirrel.
how to say squirrel. Yeah, yeah. Just to keep the eye corner down a little bit. It's a little too up, maybe that's why. But don't change it. It's cute. Yeah. Okay. So the bamboo leaves are going all up or all down, either way. But try to keep consistent on that. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Joanna, thank you.
Yolanda Colimo next.
Okay, Yolanda, I think you have the
Oh, you
backgrounds.
need to remove
You need
the virtual background.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Yolanda.
see virtual background only.
If you remove your virtual background to a real thing, then
Okay, better, huh? I can't see the whole picture. Maybe you can try remove your background. Can you do that in your setting? Oh, okay, I see a little bit better. Oh, okay. Yeah, your panda is very nice. The first one on the bottom especially, perfect proportion, like the big forehead. Very good posture, everything. Yeah, the leaves is a little too long, like some different plant. It could be thinner. You can just use thin lines, because the leaves are taken by the panda, so you don't need to paint too much sticks. Just too much leaves. Just paint thinner lines. Okay, straight.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next.
Rosemary.
Rosemary, your proportion very very good. Yeah. So the leaves and the panda proportion very good, and you got trunk groove, very nice. Just because you're using like a semi-sized paper, you can use more moisture. Yeah, just avoid those dry brush kind of feel. Just make it rounded. Yeah. So just try to keep the brush pointed. Don't split too much. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's perfect. I like the whole. If I just look at the small picture, no problem. It just make it a little neater with the stroke, cleaner. Yeah, it would be
Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Betty Patella, you could unmute yourself. Right now, you're muted, Betty.
Oh,
Yes.
Betty using a sketchbook. Huh? It's a non-size
Yes.
paper. Okay.
Yes, no.
Yeah,
It's
drawing
a
paper.
sketchbook.
Yeah, good drawing. Good. Very, very good. So on this paper, you can use water to kind of smear the softened edge of the fur, the arm a little bit. But there's no problem with the design. Like again, it's like the logo I mentioned. Yeah, it's very very nice. I like the chi of the branches. It's very good composition. Just do a real one on the rice paper.
This a copy of yours, but that is the first time.
Yeah, even you copy someone's, you still have your own character.
Exactly.
Yeah, your voice.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Henry.
May I go next?
Thank you.
Andrea?
Thank you. Don't know if you can you see that all right?
Andrea.
Hi.
Oh. Your panda could be a little bigger, or you can trim the paper. Yeah, if you trim the paper, maybe it will look nicer because the left side has
there's
too much
paper on, isn't
space.
there?
Yeah, just trim it. No question. I like the contrast of dark, a little contrast of dark and light leaves. Your bamboo is very good. I think you're an advanced student. Are you?
I don't think so. No, I'm an improver.
And yeah, you're very good.
I have been to a couple of your classes in the past.
You were in my other class. Oh.
No, in England. I came
England?
to one of your classes. Yes, I'm in the UK.
Oh, you're in UK. Oh, you in your country you took other classes. Yeah, that shows. All your experience
I
shows.
was a student of Jane Dwight.
Yeah. Thank you for showing that.
Thank you. Thank you for your critique.
Yeah.
Okay, Pearl, next.
Yes.
Sambal. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Very good, panda. I like the water smearing mark around the panda. I like the speed you work very slowly, very firm, very sure marks, and everything else no problem. This is a great A-grade painting. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
I think this part is to draw, like to draw down.
No. You want to draw. You want to connect the tree with the panda. So that's the idea. Yeah, you did it better than mine. I like it. I like that. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the connection between the panda and the tree.
And also, my drawing that you are not using your you don't know how much you should use your pen, so that's why it's very thick.
It looks good. I like the what we call the amateurism, because it's not about technique, it's about idea. So if you capture the idea, you're fine. It's idea writing. It's not depicting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
you got
you.
the. I think your painting is perfect in literary aesthetics. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this kind of amateurism is good. If you become more skillful, then you lose that. It's like the children's painting always better than adults. Same idea. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Very nice, Susan. Susan, your left panda is a little bit lost control in the light shading, right? It could without that would be even better. Yeah. The ears could be a little rounder. You understand?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Other part is good. Yeah.
Yes, there is Barbara who lost the chat function, but you could raise your picture. Let me find you and feature you. Barbara, where are you? Let me find Barbara. Barbara. Is your camera on? Can you find Barbara, Henry?
Oh, I can. You can try, Barbara.
If you start your video camera, we can find you and show your picture.
I see John Sim Park. Should we change to John Sim Park?
Okay, you could feature.
Okay.
Okay.
John Sim Park. Okay. Very nice compositionally, and I like the trunk. the joint on this bottom one is a little bit smeared. It could be a little. You can fix that with a little dots on the lower side, on both sides, maybe just like you did on the top ones. Just add a little dots, and the panda is nice. I like the contrast, light and dark. The bamboo shoot could be a little detail, as little sticking out leaves, something like that, to define that. Yeah. Otherwise, perfect. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm still looking for Barbara Bonnet. Is
I found the Barbara.
but spotlight video of Barbara.
Okay, I'm spotlighting Rhonda.
Rhonda, okay.
Okay, Rhonda's painting. Okay, you have a lot of space on top. Okay, now I see it. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, yeah, I think you got the idea of the face, right? The eye could be a little like a teardrop shape, not round as the ears. Like a sunglass shape. The bamboo do not do the S, just to keep it straight, and then the leaves should be pointed. Yeah, Rhonda.
Leaf.
Yeah, the panda basically very good. Yeah, just to practice more on bamboo.
Okay. The leaves are more pointed. Is that what you said?
Yeah, pointed, straight, not like a willow or peach tree leaves. They don't curve.
Okay.
If you look at real bamboo, you'll see what I mean. The sharp point, yeah, very straight.
How are the branches?
The branches should be straight, like I said, straight. No zigzag, no left and right. Just you can curve in one direction based on the wind, the diagonal direction, and then just you can vary a little bit between sections, but generally speaking, they're straight. They're straight, and the twigs could be a little looser, and like a draft of the leaf, but with thin lines. Don't have to depict too much detail. Just
Thank you so much.
To be more suggestive. Yeah.
Okay, so I found Barbara, and there is a Sharon Ho who wants to be featured.
Yes.
Oh,
Trying
this
to
is
find
nice.
Sharon.
Barbara's,
You need to turn on your camera.
Yeah. Oh, I like the two pandas. Beautiful. I like the arm, the fat arm. It look exactly like the real panda. Yeah. The small feet. Yeah. Okay. Perfect bamboo. You're a good veteran student, I think. Bamboo shows your skill level is advanced. Thank you, Barbara.
Barbara is muted, so we could not hear her.
Barbara, you are the leader in the Yahoo group.
unmuted.
Are you the Barbara we met on Yahoo? Yeah, Barbara is.
You are muted. We cannot hear you, Barbara. You need to
I think
unmute.
Barbara was a leader in the Yahoo
Nice
group
to
on
hear.
Chinese painting for many years. She studied in China, so you're a graduate student. You're a PhD.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. You're a good teacher.
Thank you.
Sharon.
Okay, there is Sharon. Where is Sharon? Can you find Sharon Ho? Is it Nick or Sharon?
Sharon Ho.
Okay, on your computer it says Nick.
Oh.
Okay, Nick. Okay. Yeah, your panda has no problem. The bamboo could be a little straighter and sharp pointed leaves, and the leaf could be one or two could be very realistic. The other should be fine, just like you did. Try to make the group, like I said, the three, two together, one separate, not like a fork or something, two equal. Some strokes are fine. I like. So basically, there's not much problem. The bamboo shoot perfect. I think you vary the length, and then it looks like the profile of the bamboo shoot, the bamboo trunk. Very nice. No serious problem. Just some more practice on the bamboo leaf, I think.
哎，Hello Henry，能用国语说一次吗？
Okay,
不好意思，
go ahead. What's your question?
能用国语说一次吗？
我用英文回答你，或者你如果听不懂，我可以说，但你现在把你的问题先告诉我好吗？
没有啊，我就是刚才你说英文没听懂，不好意思。
哦，你的OK， 我repeat 我的话，我的意思是说你的那个主页没有画出来，把主页画出来就好了。
主页是什么？
竹子的叶子，画的要有一些像竹子的叶子。OK。
你一会儿有空能示范一次吗？
就是我刚才做的那个，就是主页你不知道吗？竹子 OK。好，我可以示范，等一会儿再示范，好吗
？Sharon， 你可以在 YouTube 上面看我们今天的课，你可以看很多遍，可以回放我们刚刚讲过的示范。OK， 你可以看我昨天寄的 email， 我们有一个 YouTube 的 link， 你可以review many times。
我想你是讲 Nick， 我才是 Sharon， 还没有 critique。
Sorry， 刚刚那个是 Nick， 我以为那个是 Sharon。Sorry，
Sharon。Sorry， I'm still waiting。
Ben 是
Sorry，OK。The next is Ben。
Ben， OK， Ben。Hi Ben。Okay， nice Chinese standard script. So you're good in Chinese writing. You must be good in calligraphy too. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can tell you at least have some background in the Sumier Chinese painting. The contrast of the mark on the panda could be stronger on the arm. You can go back, wet the area and then add a little dark on the arm, on the forearm.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah, just too light. I think otherwise perfect. The space between the eye could be a little closer, but not too close. It's good for now, but it could be a little closer. The eyes could be closer to the nose or the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me find Sharon Ho. I really need to find you. Where are you? Is your Sharon? I think I see you now.
Yes.
Okay, I did that.
Is this Sharon?
Sharon,
yes.
Yeah. Sharon's paintings on size and semi-sized paper, huh? Yeah. You used too small brush for the leaves. It looks like very tiny. But the bamboo.
Yeah, for bamboo leaves, right?
Bamboo
I should use the bigger one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just a little larger. Just keep the consistency like the one you have on the bottom, and the thickness also don't vary that much. It's the same. It's the same width or thickness on the stalk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
The panda is perfect. The forearm could be a little thicker, stronger. Yeah. The face perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, who else would like to show your work?
This is Kathleen. I would like to show my work.
Okay, Kathleen, turn on your camera, please. Right now, you are dark. We need to see you.
Which camera? Let me see. Hold on.
Okay, now we can see you. For a moment, we were able to see you. Yes, now we can. Yes.
Good. Okay. To the other side.
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Just closer to your face. Put the painting closer to your back down. To your right.
Okay. To my right.
To your right.
Okay,
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay, the panda is perfect, but the size may be a little bigger, so it doesn't look like a baby. It looks like a tree of peach or something. But just reduce the size of the tree and then enlarge the panda. The panda has no problem, and you can study a little more the bamboo.
Okay.
Make it smaller, yeah. Just do this, much smaller than this. It will be good. The bamboo.
Okay.
Yeah, the bamboo is.
Thank
too big.
you.
You're welcome. Good pandas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else？夏婆婆，你有没有画画？今天可以让我们看今天的熊猫画有画吗？
有啊
夏婆婆，OK。夏婆婆是讲中文
好，我跟
的
说中文哈。
，Chinese only。
看得见。
Yes。
中文。OK。
后面一点
nice.
，back up 一点。
哦，you did for 你画了4个熊猫。OK， 还有一个什么树？桃树吗？桃花。OK，very good，very good。
Thank you.
Very good， 很好很好。
Okay, anyone else?
Brenda.
Rhonda?
Warren.
Oh, there's a Warren Harmon.
That's I'm his wife. I have his computer.
Warren.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I can only read the name of the computer. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, too.
Okay. Yeah,
started
you did on a drawing paper.
Yeah, I did it on, when you said drawing paper, I took drawing paper. I have a piece of.
Oh yeah. I see.
I have rice paper. I'm gonna do it over again on.
Yeah. It's a good idea to practice on drawing paper anyway. Yeah, that's very good arc composition.
It got very light. I did the line very light here, and this one I darkened. So
yeah, you can add more light if you like.
That darker.
Yeah, I like the big head baby. The eyes could
This looks like an egg.
Yeah. Basically, it's an egg shape. Yeah.
Needs to be a little fatter.
Right, the arm could be a little has a little more elbow kind of and big big muscle or fur bigger. Yeah, the first one is good. I like that. Yeah, very cute. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. No problem with the trees.
Thank you.
Okay, so should I do some more demos? I think okay. Okay, I'm going to do some more demo. All right, let me point back to me. So we'll see some other paintings, and then we'll try to duplicate. Okay, this one is an interesting technique. Do you want to see how to do it? In the bamboo in the front of a panda, we may use some resist. I'll just show you the idea. Then you can just use green with a little ink, and you paint the bamboo first. And you might maybe enlarge it. We don't have to do both. Maybe we just do. Okay, let's see. So we do the bamboo. If we do the bamboo first, we'll do it in maybe just a horizontal one, so we can see. I'm using the Japanese paper again. Actually, if you just paint with this opaque blue or green color, I got from the last class, I think, the 593, the green color. And with little this, to make it even stronger, you can add a little alum to it, or you can add maybe peach sap. It will do the same. Oops. Just add a little more body, so it will prevent the ink later. So we just draw some leaves. Let's just do it in the lower half of the paper, so give room for the head. So I'm going to do just a big panda. I think we just do like something like that. We can crop it. Just do something like this. Okay. So we create some. See we leave a lot of holes between the bamboo leaves, so we don't cover it. For those who don't know how to do the bamboo, I do it slowly here. See, I lift the brush gradually, and then I go back and then forward like that, and then you vary the angle, right? And here you can have a cross, so these two are not parallel. This is the 3, and you can do 4, like a crossing, 5, like that. So something like that. So this group is a little clear. Then the other group is minor. So you just do it in a more suggestive way, maybe. So that's the preparation for this, and we need to let it dry. If you do it right away, it will smear into the dark. You can avoid I'm not sure if the artist just fill in all the little space, but we'll see. And looks like this bamboo comes from this direction and goes out or something like that. And you can have more bamboo in the background, but it has to be added after the panda. Right? So I'm going back to this little brush. I'm going to wash this brush and then get a little. Let me show you what I got. Lighter. Just add water. And then squeeze out the ink. You can use paper towel or use just a piece of paper to adjust piece of wasted painting. Oh, by the way, for those who use raw or unsized paper, it's a good idea to have a tissue or you see the artist who 吴作人 used a piece of wasted painting, so he does the blotting. That's very important to have. So I'm going to draw this panda face. What's the number here? Number 9, right? Do you see that? And you can start. You don't have to draw exactly the sequence like that. You can draw the side, the left side. The right side first and then the left side. So this part is almost close to this. Okay, and then top of all the way, down. Don't stop all the way. You can just draw this is now I'm using dry brush. See that created some loose, very loose or soft line, like you see. You can exhaust the brush there. Okay. And the head is a little too small, I think. I wish it's a little bigger. Anyway, because we want to have the panda look like 1.5. So now I have like 3, so that's a little bit too big. I'm going to try to extend that. So maybe I make this a little bit longer. Try to correct a little bit. So that's my mistake. Anyway, I'm using the soft brush now, using more ink left over from the calligraphy class. I got a lot of dark ink here. So I dot the ear in 2 strokes. See how I do the round stroke? This is outside the line, okay? Here, but I touch the line a little bit, it will smear in. So basically I hide the tip in the center. Look at this. And just do it in one cursive, just like a little circle, see? And this one is the back of the ear, just like a cat ear you see from the. So it's a little oval-shaped, distort, because this one is near you, right? This is rounder. Let me just make it larger. Blotting paper, if it smears, blot it. Yeah, you stop it. And the eye you want to blot also later. So some people I saw paint the eye too separate. So you see the triangle shape from the top of the ear to the nose. That ears, the eyes falls in between the triangle like that, right? So like this is a side view, so it's, and this side is a little fuller. Oops, make it bigger. Okay, now I use arm to cover up this part. So it will make the face maybe look larger. I use the entire brush. I roll the brush instead of pushing or rubbing, so the paper won't break. I roll like this. See, I twist the arm. I mean the thumb. I roll the brush with thumb. See, okay. And I use the bottom of the brush. And you can use a clean, a light ink brush, maybe a little drier, to smear the edge, or you can just use some clean water to smear the hard edge. It will come in naturally to create this fuzzy little hairy effect. And you can even wet a little bit to give it a little more. Okay, so that's how it. You see the blotting? Oh, I think it's not dry enough, but it takes effect. See the bamboo shows. I think we can use hair dryer. Oops. Just okay, I dried it. So the gelatin or whatever in the ink, in this color, in this blue green color, will block the ink from black. So that's why we can use pure black, to test it. And another thing you can do is turn it over and do it on the other side. This will guarantee you won't cover that leaf. Make a note on this. This is today's tip. Okay. So that you see that void, the covering, all right? So I'm going to do the other leg on this side, maybe just a little hint to show you how this dark thing works. And I don't know how to do with this extra line. That's a challenge. Maybe I'll make it into some small panda or something. But don't worry, we just show the technique today of this. So my drawing skill is not very good, you can see. So the panda should be just this big, right? So if I paint on the front, it's okay because I put an element on it, so that prevents it from covering. But even better if you just paint on the back side. But you have to really get used to this mirrored view, maybe. So this is just a suggestion of the deck there. I'm not sure. I'm going to maybe do a rock or something to cover, or we can just.
Henry, there is a participant suggesting that you make that line into a bamboo.
Yeah. You think you're thinking exactly the. You read my mind. Thank you.
That's a participant.
Yeah, thank you.
Susan,
you read my mind.
Marie Tabush.
Right.
Thank
you. Susan Tabush, my student, good student. You read my mind. So you don't worry about that. Just it will come out naturally. So we just do an ink bamboo. Just like a stalk there, just going out. Let me see. you can. Just cover it. Okay. Don't stare at it, just ignore it for a while. That's the idea. Just work, make the other part correct, then it will be, it will come out. The solution will emerge naturally. So this is smeared. I didn't block the nose. And what other we can do? Use white. Yeah, cover it with white. We can do that later to recover the nose, if you like. Okay, so this is one, I think. So we'll do the other one.
Henry, there's a question.
Yeah.
Because you use the opaque green for the leaf first, that's why when you put the black ink on the back, it would not be covered. If you do not use the opaque paint in front, and when you use the black in the back, then you would not be able to see the front well, right?
If I do the ink on the front, it will cover some. Yeah, it will glaze it. At least.
So it's important to use the opaque paint in front when you want to use this technique.
Right, opaque will block. Yeah, opaque ink blocks.
Or again, you could use milk or
any other resist.
Same idea.
Right, same idea. So I have another problem here. I don't like the the eye buried with in the arm. So I'm going to add the eye on top a little bit. I will just see what happens. I change that. I leave a little highlight in the dark. You can just add dark, change a little bit. See, if I just use white later, I can maybe cover up a little. I will show you. So this time is about rescuing all the we'll use white, whatever, to cover it if something wrong. And let's see what's next. Mistake we'll have, or some problems we'll overcome together. So the next panda is this one. We can paint a little lower, lean to the left. So I'll do this gesture first. I'll do this number and make sure just you get that through. So I'm going to draw with very light ink, with dry brush, so I can go slower. And the same head like this, size about the same, but side views, right? So it goes from the jar to the mouth a little bit, and then you can restart if you don't want. Just draw the forehead and the nose from here to here. So I should go the opposite way. Sometimes I think it's more convenient goes this way. So that's the eye, and this is the forehead, and then just go. There's some pressure change. I see. You can leave a brick if you want, just some dots. So it's not a complete line. You can have, and some part like a hip, you can have solid lines. Yeah, let me see. Okay, and then just go up. You can draft a little bit like you can paint the shape of the arm using this ink. Just a preparation. You can use a dry brush. Just draw some sketch. You can draw. Just you can even draw the ear a little bit, just to prepare, and then the mouth open a little bit. Okay. Now I use a dark ink. Use the soft brush. It contains more ink, So that's why I like to use soft brush. You can use this large one, the one like this, yeah. But on this paper, I may not need that big. So I draw this wet into wet a little bit. So the bottom is a little softer, and the top is outside the water I made. So the water stand here is smaller than the plant ear size. You see, this is how I do it. Alright, you can leave a little space, let it smear. So it's estimate the smear. Take account of the smearing size. So you do it in a little smaller, and just a teardrop shape. You can go back just like that. Basically, it's one stroke, and then this is a little like that. Okay, and then I see some nails, so we just do it 3 suggestions. It's a Milton kind of hand, right? It's grabbing from the other side, and now the right. So we just do roll the brush into. If you rub the brush, the paper would, because it's on wet paper. So you see, I roll the brush like that. It's rolling, yeah. And then you can use a dry brush, because it's on wet. You can just fuzz the edge, and you can add more water. Just clean the brush a little bit. Add a little water. You can add water from inside. It will smear, or you can put water outside and touch a little bit the dark, so it will guide the ink. So sometimes we do need smearing, like on Panda. So to prepare that, you can do some water again here, and then just add dark into dark. But the feet is a little hard defined. You can see a little nails in here. 3, I think it's 3 is good, not 4 or 5. Too much detail is not necessary. And you don't have to copy exactly, but the idea is there's some bone or knee, something like rounded, not just a suggestion of the knee. In the perspective, you don't see the whole thing. This is the far side of the. It's a very interesting pose. It's like stretched. Again, you see, the question was painted directly in the front, right? So I can just paint. I can ignore the bamboo. So it will show, but it's not black and white, but you can still it just hint the bamboo is in the front, just a little, and you use the dry brush with light ink to shade a little bit the private area. So okay, or the chest, whatever. I think we don't have anything. It's hidden behind the bamboo already there, so we don't have to do all that. That's about it, right? So now I go back to do this with the nose. Do I need to make that tear disappear? So maybe we use some white. I can use any covering white. You can use just the Chinese white. I suggest you use. Recently I like to use the titanium white gouache, and it could be acrylic gouache. It's acrylic. I don't know. It's made by Japanese brand Hoba. Because this white is not so matte, it's shiny a little bit, so it doesn't create the gray It's kind of you will see. So I just dip the brush right into the tube to get that. Usually we use gouache this way. So I'll cover this area a little bit to make the nose a little something like that. And you can do it on the back just to make the paper look put the opaque white on the back, but I want to cover a little bit recover the missing white there, so I have to do it on the front, and also on this see if I can just I try to create a natural edge so it doesn't look as hard. So you can use dry brush maybe a little bit just to recover that area. And just cover all this. I want it to texture if we want.
Henry?
Yeah.
Someone asking you to demonstrate again how to do a teardrop shape eye.
Okay, teardrop or nail head. Okay.
The eyes, the teardrop shape that is troublesome to make.
Okay. Yeah, just like a dot in the calligraphy, I think. I'll show you. So you can just once you start using white, I can't stop because it will make it just I just maybe highlight the whole body with this white. It will look a little different white than the natural white paper.
Right. Otherwise, the white would stand out too much. So that's why you want to use white in other areas to make it as if this is by design.
Yeah.
That's the thinking.
Yeah, that's maybe then you have to do both, huh? I don't know if it's a good idea to do. You could. Do I need to do? I mean,
no.
Sorry,
maybe, I'm giving you a
good point. I maybe just do the nose. Just do the nose, just a little bit, and maybe that's it. Yeah. So just know when to stop is good. Know when to stop. Yeah. So let me just add back at the nose. That's troublesome. Okay, let me show you the teardrop strokes. Maybe I just do a big head. Okay. This is not absorbent paper. Like that, something. So the muscle is like here. You can have the mouth, the nose, maybe something like that. The jar is squarish. Okay, so you can use a soft brush. You can to see how I use a soft brush is easier to create shapes. That's why we like that. The stiff brush is harder to do. Soft brush is a white brush. I can use the one provided by the library, maybe. Let me just get more ink.
What's the two different bottles that's different? One.
This is a Japanese ink concentrate. It's too thick. You have to dilute it. For regular one, I just use black ink, regular black ink. That little bottle has a high concentration of. It's supposed to be used with 40 times or diluted with 8 to 40 times of water. But for this one, I don't use light, so I just use pure. So to do the teardrop, right? You hide. You don't have to hide in this case, but we don't want to have the tip too pointed, so I go up a little bit. Normally, when you do the teardrop, you just drop, right? Just like that, and then you go back. You go up like that a little bit. You go down, down, and then twist, turn up. That's a teardrop, right? For this ear, the it's like a little ansel, I think. Just draw a circle, and then I think you can just do that, or a little bit squarish between round and the square. It's fine, and then just keep drawing, I think. Or you can start from the center so you don't miss any. But more concentrate on the outer shape, I say. And notice this one is a little smaller. This one's so you always have a bigger ear and a smaller ear. The near one and the farther one, right? Then the dot. This. Okay, and yeah, this is you don't have to have this point. That's why it's not exactly like the teardrop, but it's pressing without it's pressing gradually and in the end. Not nail head is the opposite. You press first and then you lift. You can also do the nail head on this, but then you will do the bottom first, and then you gradually lift it at the end. See, that's the nail head. So you can do the nail head, and then nail, rat tail, we call that. So you could do it both ways. Just pressing first or pressing later. So that's it, I think. That's a teardrop. Nail head is the opposite. So you press first and then lift. If you start with lower pressure, then press down and then wrap it in the end. Form. It's like how you write the question mark, not question mark, quotation mark, right? Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay, are we opening up for everyone to ask questions? It's 3 o'clock already.
Yeah.
Okay, so people could unmute yourself and ask questions.
To sign this painting before end. So, I haven't finished the whole background. Yeah, you can talk about. I'm gonna keep working on this to finish. Okay, but you can work on yours also while we listen to questions. So I just.
Okay, if you have questions, you could ask.
Maybe they want to show the finished work.
So you always add a little bit of the green with the ink to do the leaves.
Ink, maybe a little bit. You can use some yellow if you like to make it more saturated. A little indigo or a little yellow. Where's the yellow?
But you would not use very bright colors.
That's good. Yeah, that's good observation. I don't want to use any color that will be too local. Just like green, or we call this the difference between elegant painting or noble, what they call the gentleman style. From the vago, the commercial painting maybe these days, or something folk or decorative, that kind of. We try to, it's amateurism, it's good. That's why we like to focus on the way we think instead of the technique. If you got carried too much away to paint, you're not writing the idea. You lose the initiative. The idea is to to convey the thinking of the artist, not the the nice color or repeat what the camera can help today.
Betty has a question. Betty, I am not sure I understand your question. Can you ask the question yourself, please?
Yes, just to show us our painters in the screen like this, just to see them quickly for everybody without comments, just for finishing the class.
The paintings of everybody, or the
like this, showing at the same time everybody.
Oh, everybody's painting, holding in hand. Oh, we want to see a group picture of the gallery. Okay, we'll do that.
What do you think?
Okay.
I don't know if I could do that. You could always change to the view gallery setting. When you go to view, you could choose the gallery setting, and you could see everyone whose image is available on their screen.
Yeah, you can switch from speaker view to gallery view, and then we will ask everybody to raise the painting in front of their face, so their face won't show. Then we'll take a picture, right? That's what you're suggesting. That's good suggestion. So we can see how the result is. Yeah. So I'm going to sign just here. I think there's some bamboo shoot. That's good to add. Just add a little bit ink to it, I think. Someone did very good bamboo shoot in the class. I thought very good. You have a very good. We have a very good class here, international. Some people from Europe did very good on the landscape. In my class, in the first class, we had the granddaughter of the master. We copied the pine on the trunk, and she would pass it to her mother, and they're very pleased, very impressed with what we do. Amazed, yeah. Okay, so we just put some random dots. We call this moss dots. We even have a brush design for making this moss dots. Okay, that's the end of it. I think I'm going to add a little joints. It's symbolically very important to have joints, just suggestively for bamboo. Okay, and then we just sign. Let me just sign short name. So you can just write first name. Don't have to write the year, but if we do, we just use these two letters, Xingzhou. That's the year of the 2021. Okay, that's about it.
Now that bamboo looked in the foreground, looked like a bamboo that was finished. All the leaves were finished by the panda. So it's only the stick, right? The one that originally was unintentionally there.
Yeah, it was a mistake, huh? Okay.
No, but it looked like it's something that was finished.
Yeah, it's like a
It's an interesting design, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that part of the
it's
body.
lying there because they finished the leaf already.
Yeah. It looks like that. Good. Yeah, that's good idea. So we can even do some more branches, bare branches, to suggest that something. Just bare branches. Yeah. Okay. Let's finish the work. Let me see yours, and then we'll Let me remove my spotlight first. I have to do that. Quick view, gallery view.
So you want to spotlight everybody, or I mean remove your spotlight, and then we can see everybody?
Let me remove. So now I can see everybody. I'm going to turn on my video camera. When you raise your painting in front of your face, so we don't show your face, just your painting, I'm going to put you on the YouTube. If you could all
open up your lens and bring your painting in front, that would be a great picture. Thank you very much, Betty. That's a brilliant idea.
You're welcome. It's funny.
Federico Mina, I don't see your picture.
Yeah. Okay. Now
you write such good Chinese characters.
Yeah. Just put your painting as close to your face, and then just hide your face with.
This is beautiful. This is amazing. Look at how much beautiful work you guys have done.
I think we have several pages. Can we scroll to other page, or we just can see?
Okay. So now it's page 1. I'm going to go to page 2.
Yeah. You can take pictures with your phone.
Yeah. I'm going to move to page 3. Page 3, most people did not want to show their face.
Okay, that's fine. So just 2 pages. Oh, I see Emily's. Emily, good. I like both your paintings. Laurie is Susan Hammonds. Oh, nice.
Yes. You did a very great job. I was so surprised.
Nina, did you paint? I don't see you, Nina. 夏婆婆，你的画举起来好不好？夏婆婆，你的画的熊猫举起来，哎，真漂亮。真漂亮。看见。
谢谢。
Beautiful, Betty. This is a brilliant idea. Betty is our publishing specialist, marketing specialist.
So you can put them on Facebook.
Betty was the one that gave us the beautiful blue flower. What's the proper pronunciation? I think I'm wrong. It's not jacaranda. It should be jacaranda or
jacaranda.
Oh yeah, okay. Like a Jose, it's not okay. Jacaranda.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It was so inspiring.
Yeah, your paints are very beautiful.
But it's your idea that started. That's a very important part.
Yeah, the idea comes first. That's the idea of this kind of art. If you have an idea, you'll find the ways to achieve it, not the other way around. So you have to.
The paint that John Lee did with the Angel of the Independence of Mexico is really, really brilliant. Beautiful. It's amazing. I really like so much.
Thank you. Because I feel that we are learning these techniques here. We are learning the Asian technique. However, we come from all over the world. We could use the technique to interpret something that we see somewhere else, whether it's Mexico or Brazil or California. You know, wherever we grew up, wherever we live is wherever that we have beautiful memories that we could use the technique to portray. And that's the purpose of this class. We share beauty with each other. And I'm so grateful that everyone comes here together to appreciate beauty.
I think it's very important to be connected, viewing only the beauty of the life and not the bad things that it's happened. No, we are connected with the beauty, and that's amazing that we are a group so large. No, it's wonderful. Yeah. It's the best way to be happy in our minds and in our souls. It's a contribution to the life, to good emotions. No.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Young Lee, thank you for this class. Really, it is a great thing you have done. And I love doing this because it brings about so much understanding and acceptance of each other. And we learn so much more and keep our minds open to anything that may happen and help each other out. So
Absolutely.
kindness and peacefulness to all. That's what it's all
health
about.
and peace, right. Stay safe and we'll see you again next week.
Yes.
See you next week.
Henry, and thanks, Youngly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank
you,
you
Henry.
to everyone.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Henry.
Thank
This
you,
was an
Henry.
amazing class.
Thank you.
Best wishes to all.
Same to you.
Thanks.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you, Henry and